Welcome to the Den of Tools.
Howdy ho, guys and gals, it's Red, your friendly neighborhood tool bear, back again here in the old Den of Tools, and we got some fun for you today. We've got the best to the weirdest power tool attachments from Amazon. Some of these we've tried before, some of these I've only heard about, some of them I just found, and I'm just like, whoa, really? But we're going to jump into it. But before we do that, keep a list in your head, maybe jot it down. And at the end here, I want you to write down in the comments below the one that you think is your favorite. List like your top three. And if we haven't already tested them, we'll try to get them in and see if we can get a pause on review on some of these things. Anyway, first up, what we got power or attachments for your power drill. And first up, we've got the power drill scrub brush accessory kit here. Now, we've shown some of these things before. I got them sent to me as part of a package with some no-name. It was the Whole Life drill package that they sent. And I got to say, I thought they were a complete scam. I thought they were a joke, but I saw somebody doing something cleaning a grill. I had an old grill. I took it to task on that grill, and holy cow. Oh my gosh, these things are insane. You won't believe what kind of job these things will do. Lots of other people have commented. I know I sound like an infomercial here. These things changed my world. All right. I've just ordered another set of these because I burned through the first set. And they're just fabulous. I will say this, do not use them on an impact. I tried it with my impact. I'm like, you know what? If a drill has good power, impact's going to have more power, right? Yeah, enough power to spin it right out of that setting there and completely destroyed one of the brushes. So not on the impact, but definitely good on your drill driver. Okay, moving on to the next item on the list. And that is the DeWalt metal shears. We're going to be talking about a lot of stuff that can convert your tool into an entirely different tool. In this case, it is, turning your power drill into metal shears. And this one is actually impact rated, believe it or not. And it clips into the collet there. And in this little arm here swings down and attaches, and it's adjustable and attaches to your drill. Now it's made for DeWalt, but I've heard lots of other people. I've known some people who've got Makitas and some people who've got Bosch and some other ones say they've used it on those and then it works great for them. So if you're looking for something like that at $48.52, that's not a bad price for getting a power shear tool, along with everything else. All right, next up we've got, you can turn your drill into a winch. Look at this. For moving stuff, I didn't even think about it. I'm like, taking it, out on the Jeep or, in the back country and stuff, but use it around the shop and stuff. Oh, that's a great idea. Pulling it up on the truck bed there, or on the trailer bed. There's a lot of uses for something like this, and it will do, 500 pounds is the one we're looking at here. It'll do up to 750. But trust me, when you're doing stuff like this, you're not shear lifting it. You're just pulling it. You don't need nearly as much weight. That's a great idea there. Now, this one is, how much is it? It's $115 for this basic setup. The 750-pound one with the synthetic rope is $219. Now, that's something you might want to think about if you're doing some off-roading. You might want the synthetic rope option. Or you can get the wire there, the 750-pound wire for $179. All right, next up we got the mixer. Now, this is a common one. I just want to show you this. I use this one all the time when painting. So much easier to get out the little wood sticks and stuff like this. But I'm sure we're all used to this kind of attachment. Not so much this one. I saw this, and I think I'm going to have nightmares. I don't know why. It terrifies me. This is an auger bit adapter. It looks truly intimidating. But it's only, if you look at the drill, it's only a few inches across. It looks like it's massive, but it can do some real damage. What I've seen is for like planting bulbs and seeds and stuff, but they say, for posts or umbrella holes and stuff like that. But if you're looking for a light duty auger kind of stuff, I don't know. Have you used one of these? What do you think about it? It kind of terrifies me. And what's worse, for $2 more, you can get it with the gloves. Can somebody say Dexter? What is up with these gloves? What does that have to do with this auger? I don't want to talk about this anymore because it's going to ruin my sleep. All right, next up, you can turn your drill into a recip saw. Yep, but what we got here is we've got a multifunction recip saw adapter They'll turn your drill into a tool of devastation there. And look at it. It comes with not just the base plate, the handle, and everything. You got a couple blades, and you've got, is that a file or rasp there? Interesting stuff here. I guess it's a file. So anyway, if you want a recip saw, but you don't want to buy, pay the extra. I mean, granted, you can buy a cordless recip saw at Harbor Freight for $20, but for $38.50 you can turn your drill. I guess that way you got it cordless, right? You can turn your cordless drill into a cordless recip for $38.50. When you look at it like that, maybe that's worth it. All right, next up, we've got the Rivnut gun adapter. As somebody who's installed some Rivnuts before, I gotta say, I may want to consider buying one of these because those things can be quite a workout. And what this does is this attaches to your drill, and it allows you to install Rivnuts super easy. And if you ever installed Rivnuts, you know what I'm talking about. They're not the hardest thing to install, but they can be a pain. Anyway, so there's an adapter for that, and let's see what else we got. The drill pump. Now you've seen this probably on the channel before. When we tested some of the drills previously, we were testing for efficiency of the motor and the battery, and water is about the most consistent thing you can find. So we had one of these setups, and I gotta say I was pretty impressed with its ability to pump water. The one thing I will say is they usually have a revolution in RPMs. Stick to that because you can melt these things. They say they're self-priming, but also be careful, getting them started until you get the water flowing, because again, the water is the coolant for the pump as well, or whatever liquid it is you're pumping there. But still, for $12, if you need a short-term pump or something, it'll get the job done. Trust me, I've used them. All right, next we got up is the Ryobi right angle drill attachment. Now I know you're like, Bear, we've seen these things before. These are nothing new. What does this get us? Well, let's talk about it real quick because some people maybe don't know about these. Having a right angle drill can be really useful in a lot of occasions. And the nice thing about this one is it's got a chuck rather than just the hex bit adapter, which allows you to use drill bits, spade bits, and all the assorted attachments. And for $21.95. That's a pretty good savings over buying a separate right angle drill. But if you just want the hex bit adapter, you can go with the DeWalt here. It's impact ready, so you can really drive in some of those screws and whatnot. Or if you want the best of both worlds, you get the DeWalt, and then you pick this up separately, the Nico keyless chuck system, 1/4-inch shank here for $10. This is a nice little, if you've got a chucked drill or driver, maybe not impact, but this can add into that and give you an extra chuck on it. So I don't know if I would use it with an impact like they are doing there, but who knows? Maybe it works. All right, next up we've got the budget adapter version for this, which is the flexible screwdriver bit with magnetic tip. This just goes into your drill and allows you to bend around corners and stuff. I'll be honest, I've not had a lot of usage for things like this, but maybe you have. I mean, there's one that'd be an interesting solution to try and get to. But if you need to get one of the, who needs to do this? Who? I guess I didn't even think about using it with a hand tool, but I guess you could. But who needs to do that? But this kind of stuff, I could see maybe, I don't know. These solutions are stretching it a bit. But I'm sure there are cases out there where something like this might come in handy. And for $4, this is probably one of those tools of, you don't know if you really need it until you need it. And then you're like, oh, thank goodness I have it that one time. Anyway, next up, talking about something that will give you nightmares. Oh my gosh, it's a chicken plucker for your drill. I kid you not. I've seen people convert washing machines using nubs like this to pluck chickens, and apparently it's quite effective. I've never seen this before. Removes feathers from small birds, small and medium-sized birds, so you can do your pheasants and whatnot, and no slipping and reliable fastening to the drill. There's the inside mounting of it. Are we not going to see the chicken plucker in action? Oh, we are. We're going to see the chicken plucker in action. So apparently you have to soak your bird first in warm water, and that loosens up the feathers on it. If you're squeamish, don't watch this part. I kid you not. This is going to be insane. And you just roll it right across your little chicken plucker there. And look at that. The feathers just come right off. That is insane. Wow, I might have to get one of these. You know, duck season's coming up. Oh, look at that. That is, if you've ever plucked a bird, it is a pain in the you-know-what. That is so much easier. Oh, I'm going to send this to the missus. I bet we're going to be getting one of these. I can't believe I'm going to get that. All right, we'll have to get that one in and do a test on it. Next up, we've got angle grinders. All right, so enough with the drill bit adapters. Let's talk about angle grinders. So here is an angle grinder stand. Basically turns it into a chop saw, essentially. Now, when I saw this, I'm like, it looks a little, stamped sheet metal. Do people really do this? Angle grinders, if you don't know, angle grinders have a lot of power. They're spinning at ridiculously high RPMs. And I was like, I don't know, is somebody really going to do this? Well, you get this one here for $26.99, but Grizzly Tools makes one. Look at this, nice, robust, ooh, in the hammered paint finish. Oh, you know how the bear loves that kind of stuff. Anyway, $42.97. I mean, if Grizzly's making them, clearly there's a market out there. Clearly people are doing this. I kind of like this one. It's got nice little adjustment points on it. Make sure it locks in there nice and tight. I don't know. Maybe I might grab one of those. $42.97. Is this something you guys have used before? What do you think about them? All right, next up on the grinder attachments, we've got, yep, you can turn your grinder into a chainsaw. That doesn't look dangerous at all. For $21.79, you can turn your grinder. Oh, imagine if you had a cordless grinder. Now you got a cordless chainsaw for $21. Oh, that's a good deal. Look at that thing. Yeah, I don't know about that. It says good on it. Well, of course, obviously now we know it's acceptable. We know it's high quality because it says it right on it that it's good. Well, thank goodness for saving us the time questioning this. For only $21.79, we'll have to add that one to cart. Ooh, it's even extra 5% off when you apply this coupon. There you go. It's even cheaper. Next up, Restore Kit. Okay, this is not an attachment, but I've had lots of people ask me about this tool. And this is a company. In fact, I think they're based in the USA. This is their own brand. They make this also under the Porter Cable and under the Craftsman brand as well. And people have asked me like, well, is there some other company I can buy from? And look at this. We got an attachment for your angle grinder that essentially turns it into the same sort of thing. There's a number of these ones out there. Actually, I just picked this one at random, and so there's a couple different ones with different types of brushes and stuff you can put on there. They'll do different jobs and whatnot. I've seen one with wire brush wheels and other stuff. So if this isn't the one that suits your job, there are others on Amazon that will do it. That's not a bad one. $57. I mean, it's a little pricey considering some of the other stuff, but it's half the price of the other tool. And if you already have a grinder, why not, right? Okay. How about a finger belt sander? Yep. You can turn your grinder into a finger belt sander, because I know that's something I've been wanting to do for only $20. Look at all the adjustment stuff you got to do on this thing. Apparently it works with a whole bunch of different grinders. And yeah, I don't know about that one. I don't know. That doesn't have quite as a compelling an argument if you ask me. And next up, we've got the belt grinder. Yep. You can turn your angle grinder into a mini bench top belt grinder. You just get this adapter here, bolt it down to your bench, snap your grinder into it, and put your belts on it, and you can go to town. You've been doing some knife making, that kind of stuff. All small. This is gonna be smaller stuff. It's a smaller belt, but again, it is a belt grinder. So for $71.93. I've seen these around, and I just wish they were cheaper, because that's not that much less expensive than actually buying a similar sized, dedicated bench grinder. All right. Next up, we're going to the world of recip saws. We've talked about this one before, but I'm such a fan of these, we got to talk about it again. These are by Recipro Tools. And actually, this is a company based in Montana, so, got to represent. And they've got this is their adapter that goes on, allows you to take all the other little attachments. You've got the scrubbing pad, again, great for cleaning, ye old grill. This is pretty cool. I think, honestly, though, for cleaning my grill, I'd go with the other ones. Although getting in between the grates, this would probably be better. But I don't know, the drill adapters are pretty good, but there's other stuff you could use this on. Here's where they start getting really cool. We got a scraper, 4-inch scraper. We got a 2-inch mini scraper, detail scraper, of course. We got the offset stainless steel scrub brush here. So you can really go to town. This is great for doing some restoring jobs, that kind of thing. Look, it clips right on your recip saw. And it'll work on pretty much any recip saw out there. We got a smaller straight brush on it, again, stainless. Then we've got the offset in nylon for softer materials. Let's see what they're using it on here. Is that plastic? Yeah, oh yeah, it's a plastic fender, so doing a little restore cleaning job on that. And then we got the smaller scrub brush to go along with it as well. They also have a set of rasps. This is just one of them. They have a few other ones. So if you really want to get some grinding in there and do some shaping and whatnot, you can do it with those, which if you've ever done any shaping by hand, you know how long that can take. And of course, they have a sanding pad as well. Now here's the last one for the recip tools, at least for the recip saw tools, is it took me a second looking at this, trying to figure out what it is. All right, take a second. Don't read it. Just look at the picture. Do you know what this is? It is a paint can mixer. I kid you not. This attaches to your recip saw. You strap a can of paint in there, and it will, you see the little picture down there, and it will shake your paint can and mix your paint. What more could you possibly ask for? And last but not least, on our tour de force of power tool accessories of the awesome and the weird, we have an attachment for your jigsaw, where it will turn it into a massage. The fork thing. The fork. I kind of get the ball. The cone, that looks painful. The fork, that looks like it would actually damage me. But yeah, so they sell these things, these dedicated massage ball kind of things. But people have found out that with this adapter here, that's this one right here. It plugs into clicks into your jigsaw, and then they've got the screw thread adapter for the actual balls for the massage portion. You know, after a long day and you just need to beat yourself up with your recip saw. That's an actual recip saw. I'm afraid of that. That would probably leave me bruised. Anyway, is this something you're interested in? I'm not so much. Anyway, there you go. There's your best to the weirdest to the who knows what power tool attachments, where you can convert the power tool you already have into something else at a fraction of the cost of a new tool. In most cases, well, some cases, who knows? Have you guys used any of these? Let me know down below what you think of them. Also, if you want to see one of these tested, vote on it down below. I'd like to hear about it. If you like what you saw here, don't forget to hit the like button. Hey, even consider subscribing. It's free all month. Anyway, you all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.